Hello YouTube. I am not set up because I've been doing stuff and it took me about 15 to 20 minutes just to set this live up, and I'm still fumbling around with my tripod excuse me, and everything. I am mic'd up, so I hope I'm being heard, and I'm going to attempt to put my phone on the tripod. But first, I'm going to wait until I see some activities going on. And once again, hello YouTube. I am here for my regularly scheduled program at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday. And I do see activities now, and I'm dropping my stuff, so hang on one good time. Yes, foraging and farming at the Hermit's house. Thank you for scrolling through and saying you can hear me. I truly appreciate that. I am mic'd up this morning because I need to be talking normally. Kids are getting up, getting ready to go to school and whatnot. Miss Shirley, OG Gardener, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Nisi, the garden rookie, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time listening while getting ready for work. Thank you kindly. I'm still setting up and hopefully I will be done. I'm looking around to see if I see any daylight outside because that's what I really want to do. But for now, I need to get my hands free, and I'm trying not to knock stuff over because my space is very small. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second to figure this out. I probably should have figured it out before, but anywho, here we are. Okay, now, let me check the chat one more good time. Regularly scheduled. Yes, indeed. This is my regularly scheduled program to which I'm thinking I might move ahead an hour to 8 o'clock because it's still dark outside. And I really be working. Ooh, I don't want to drive my phone. And I'm taking a break because I did a lot yesterday. And while I was outside, I had a bunch of stuff unfortunately happen. I've discovered plants that are not coming back. And the most disturbing fact is I will not be collecting any of this rainwater for my garden because I done broke my rain barrel. The most important part was the spigot at the bottom. But I ain't gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna have to up my watering game this season and figure out a good schedule. So, I think I might can raise this up and be okay right here. Uh-oh, that's down. This is up. And here we go. So, yeah, I think this will be okay for now. Because hopefully I ain't got to be here very long. And let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat. Everybody is speaking. Good morning, good morning. I am the queen of doing a lot this week. Phew. Oh, I hear you, Hermit House, because I was out there yesterday from, as they say, dusk till dawn. The only reason I came in is because I seen it getting dusky outside. I was like, dang, is it really getting dark out here? Let me see what time it is. Child, I came in, it was 6:30. I say, oh my God. I've been out here all day and all night. So yeah, it can be distracting, but I was doing a lot of stuff. And I managed to get a lot of my stuff out. I put a lot of seedlings out. And yes, I know it's early, but guess what? I got seeds, so I am not concerned. This is what my experimental things were all about. And I guess I need to recite my disclaimer aloud for YouTube to understand that I am not a doctor. I am not an herbalist. I am not a master gardener. I am an autodidact grower enjoying growing my gardener in my garden. My hold on, y'all. Let me take a sip to that, cause wow. Anything you choose to try that you see me doing on your own, I shall not be held liable, because this is an entertainment gardening channel where I share what I'm growing with my family and friends to enjoy my progress. So, with that being said, I am not an affiliate to any of the products that I will be showing or talking about, and not endorsed by YouTube in any way, fashion, or form. So please do your research on any and everything that I am talking about and showing, and I will explain to you what I have growing on. Let me check that chat again. I know I'm kind of close, y'all, but this is the best I can do right now. Scrolling in the chat. Hello, everybody is speaking. Tornado came through last night. Lights went out twice. I know that's right, Miss Shirley. Happy to be here, and I'm happy you made it, because these storms. Okay, so let me just say this. I will probably be doing a vlog about it, but my Vego Easy Cube. Now, you know how big they are, and in case you don't, it's like 2x4 or something like that. And I had the cage up and the cover on, and when the storm came through, it whipped it right on over off of the porch onto its side. And luckily my son was passing through and helped me pick it up, because Lord have mercy, that was a catastrophe. I had to pick up pots, soil, and all kind of stuff. So yeah, I've been dealing with the storms. It's just like they've been dealing with me. And I too am happy to be here, because the lights did go out. Matter of fact, they went out for the whole day, just about. They didn't come on until the afternoon. And it actually blew a power line down back there. So yeah, I just didn't complain or talk about it, because it is what it's gonna be. Scrolling in the chat. Hey, Mike. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Herman House. If you have not hit that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Okay, so I don't even know where to begin, so I'm just going to name a bunch of products that I have brought out here. And the one that I see typed into the chat is the one that I talk about first. I bought my beneficial nematodes, insecticidal, oyster shell. I bought my recharge kelp. I don't know why I got, oh yeah, I know why I got that sitting there. Mycorrhizae. My Veggie Grow azomites, neem seed meal, blooming box. I got my soil acidifier, mosquito bits, compost tea. There's probably some other stuff, but I'll start with this because it was just sitting up here. Ironically, these are pH tester strips for food, and specifically kombucha. I've been using this for years, and what had happened was I had made some kombucha, and I'm probably saying it wrong. Auntie Ellen always corrects me with the correct way to pronounce it. Kombucha, anywho. That, as a matter of fact, the picture is on the pack. But I had made some, and a couple of days went by, And you're supposed to test your pH like before, after, during, blah, blah, blah. So I was using my older tester strips that I had. I laid them down, don't know where I laid them, and was like 3 days later, dang, I need to check my pH. Oh my gosh, I can't find my strips. Where did I put them? So I wound up getting some new ones, to make a long story short. And during the process of me getting these new pH tester strips, I said to myself, girl, you gonna find them strips before you get them new ones. I didn't. I opened the package of the new ones, which is these, looked at the bottom, and there is an expiration date, which is for 2 years. And I should have brought the box, but the tester strips that I had, I found them again after I opened and used this on my brew. But they were old, and I was like, I don't even know. So yeah, I gotta recharge my strips, and which is what I'm doing with my fertilizer, because I'm looking at the dates and how long I've been using this stuff, and I'm like, we need a refresh on some stuff, because yeah, no, that's probably why, yeah, we need a refresh on some stuff. Let me scroll in the chat right quick. I feel I should take the green stalk down half itself when the storm gets close. Oh, Hermit House, how tall is your green stalk? Is it like 5 or 7? I have a 5, only 4 of mine is up. But allegedly they are sturdy enough, but I would just bag it up against like my house or something, or put something around the base of it, at least 2. Yeah, but that's a good idea to lower it down also, because the weight of the soil should keep it sturdy in place as long as it's on level ground. Wait a minute, my chat just jumped, y'all. I was trying to read that. Anywho, the Analytic Gardener, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Did I speak to you this morning? Sorry, I don't know. I can't remember. The Pescatarian Gardener, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And moving on to the first amendment that I use. This is for, matter of fact, all of my amendments are soil conditioners, because, well, it's a difference with fertilizer. I do have fertilizer, but as a matter of fact, I'll get to it when I get to it. But supplements, fertilizers, and they're all different things. And I don't know if I'm confusing somebody, I'm sorry. But they're all different things, from the compost teas to the actual NPK on the bag to the, it's a lot. But this is kelp, and this is the type of kelp that I use. It is water soluble, and you simply mix it with water. And from this bag, I can get 100 gallons of fertilizer. And I make my fertilizer by the gallon. This is for my veggies, meaning my green leafy vegetables. And I will also use it in the beginning stages, like, excuse me, right now, a couple of my fruits and berries are starting to flower. And then I will switch over to the bloom for them, because they are actually fruiting plants. But for my veggies and things, I mix this, and this is like, this is an unopened bag. I brought a lot of unopened bags, and I keep them in different containers, because I don't like zipping, unzipping, and trying to squeeze in and out of these bags. So I put them in different containers like these, and then I recycle so I can get in and out of what I need to do, and rather quickly. And I need to take a sip of my cappuccino because it's just sitting here getting cold. Oh boy, sorry. I done dripped it on the floor, and wow, I was not trying to do that. All righty. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. I need to get all that stuff left out. Mike, you only need to get what your plants can use. And if you're using stuff and your plants are growing and fruiting now, I would recommend you continue to use what's working for you. But I try new stuff because, matter of fact, let me show this right quick. My blooming fertilizer, and explain what I have going on. So this is a blooming box. Well, it's a box. I don't want to show what's on, but it's a recycled food box container that I keep my blooming fertilizer in. And I've used this box for everything. It's even a hole cut up in the top because I was growing plants in here using the cracky system because it held water. But anywho, here we are. It's holding fertilizer now. So I keep it in here because it keeps it sealed and I don't have to worry about anything getting in and stuff like that. So, and pretty much I'm a one product person, if you will. Like one person may stick with Nike, another person may stick with Adidas. So my brand, it used to be Fox Farm, which is, this is the blooming fertilizer, one part. So matter of fact, I picked up the first one correctly. This blooming fertilizer has an NPK value down here at the bottom. The NPK value of this particular blooming fertilizer is, Lord, it's small. Hold on, one good time, y'all. 545.19. I have been using this fertilizer since 2018. When I open my fertilizers, I take a piece of tape and I put the date that I opened it. Inside of this fertilizer, there is a measurer already. One is a tablespoon, and the other is a teaspoon, allegedly. They're not even that because it's 14.8 cc's and 1.25 cc's on these measurings. So what these are for is for plant improvement through the soil or the water if you're using hydroponics. This blooming system comes in a 3-part. The next part would be cha-ching. The NPK on here is 950.10 for the second stage of blooming. Then you have the final stage where you're fruiting, and it is called Beastie Blooms. And the NPK on the Beastie Blooms is 0, 50, 30. And all three of these play different roles within the fruiting and flowering cycle of the plants. And like I said, I've been using this since 2018. And there is still, I would say, about a third, maybe it's down to here on the inside of from me using it. But it works very well, and I am no longer using that because I'm switching to a new line called Mighty Plants Plant Food. And this is their bud charge. It is only a 1 part, meaning once I see buds, I can start using this. And this is the only, bless me, Lord, excuse me, y'all. The only product that I'll have to use during the fruiting cycle. And this one is, matter of fact, the last one that I picked up was 05032. So this is going to be for my fruiting plants. This is going to be the fertilizer that I am going to use for that. And I don't know if I'm going to actually put it in here or keep it in this little baggy thingy, because like I said, I usually swap out my fertilizer, and I might just empty out and use, you know, refill that because it is time to revitalize my fertilizer, because yeah, I've been using it for a long time, and that's what I'm doing, revitalizing my fertilizers and things that I need to do. Let me scroll in the chat real quick, and it's looking like I can see some daylight outside. Scrolling in. Oh, it jumped. Oh, gone. Sorry if I missed anybody. Y'all speaking to Shamika. Hi, Saint. An Entrepreneurial Diary, Shamika. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. That's a smart idea. I like knowing when I started using. Yes, thank you, Pescatarian, because the reason I started doing that is because of the fact that I use water-soluble powders, fertilizers, and they last a lot longer, in my opinion, than the pre-made bottled fertilizer that's already mixed up in liquid. Triple G, greetings global. Mr. Bowtie Life, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time from the Emerald Coast of Florida, in the heart of Old Destin, where we may get a wee bit of rain today, but highly doubtful, extremely drought. Now, oh, Mr. Bowtie Life, I hope y'all do get some rain, because yeah, they've been talking drought for a while here too, and I will not be able to catch any rain this season. I'm just like, how did that happen? I don't know, but yeah, I gotta up my watering game. I ain't gonna complain. Scrolling in the chat. Are those liquids or are they like granules? Okay, was that for me, Pescatarian Gardener? Are those liquids or are they like granules? Okay, everything that I am showing is a powder product, as in powder. I'm finna show you some. Okay, this is my rock dust right here. And hopefully I can get this, but it is a powder form. Everything I use is in powder form. There are no granules. When you start introducing granules are a slow release, in my opinion. I am not a soil scientist, nor am I a chemist, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking. But the granules are a slow release fertilizer that release over a period of time, and not all of those granules burst or will release. So, in my opinion, I am unsure as to what is actually going in, whereas the powder dissolves fully. So I know that everything that I'm supposed to have in there is going into the water. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Mia's Lifestyle, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Mia, okay, foraging. I see you, Hermit House. You want to talk about some neem? So I brought the refill container that I refill because I just refilled it. Because like I said, I'm refreshing my fertilizer and I am not an affiliate, nor is this product endorsed. This is just what I use to grow my produce in my garden. This is the neem seed meal that I just purchased. You will see OMRI on a couple of fertilizers to where I have cut up a lot of my stuff, so you probably won't see it, but it's on there somewhere. But anywho, that listing means that it's organically been tested allegedly, and a lot of people will not even buy a fertilizer product if they do not see that stamp on there, to which it's your choice. Everything is what it is, and I can't make it. Therefore, I have to trust that it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And so far, I've been having good results with that. But anywho, neem seed. This is a 512 for the number readers. 512 is the NPK ratio. And it has nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and it is all water soluble. This product I do not use in my hydroponics, even though it's water soluble. I only use it in my soil, and I use it a lot because I'm outside with my soil now. I don't have too much soil indoors. But this is good for a slow release fertilizer because that's what it does. Does it say on here what it do? It's a cold pressed seeds slow release nitrogen, and it's also referred to as a neem cake. But this neem seed meal also enriches your soil. It's a insect systemic. The reason why neem oil is so popular is because the oil, let me explain to y'all about the oil. You can use any oil pretty much. It does not have to be neem oil. It can be regular canola oil out of the kitchen to suffocate an insect because it does not take that much. And that's why a lot of plants perish because of over application, if you will. People using too much when less is always better. You got to realize you're killing an insect, a small being. If you hit that small being and your plant with, I'll say, a teaspoon of liquid, it's going to do some damage. So, in my opinion, things need to be calculated. But the neem oil, the neem seed meal that we're talking about, is a byproduct of the neem oil. Once it's pressed from the seeds, they take the seeds and they further crush it down with the oil still present to create the seed meal. Now they do sell it, and it does come what do they call pelletized, like alfalfa pellets, how they have the pellets, it comes like that also, which are usable, but they react like the alfalfa. If you leave them or let them bunch up, they'll start to mold and smell and do a bunch of funky things. But yeah, it's basically, I use that to enrich my soil, and because it's in the soil, it will also, it's a systemic against bugs, meaning bugs will not repopulate because it's going to affect their system. So they don't want to eat or recreate themselves if that's what they're doing in there. So it's all about the soil health. As a matter of fact, I found the most powerful soil amendment that I have. I have not been using it regularly like I should, and now that I have been, I've been noticing a, yeah, I had a very bad fungus gnat infestation, if you will. It was unruly. I could not see where they were coming from, but luckily I had carnivorous plants, and yeah, they were showing me that I had some type of infestation, because I don't typically leave sticky traps or anything because I'm not bothered by fungus gnats, but apparently I had an infestation. But yeah, I'll get to that probably in a few minutes. Let me check the chat real quick. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. I seen the granules. Digging in the Deco with Tamiko D. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Uh-oh, was that an accident? I can't click on it because, yeah, it won't let me. Dang it. I shared your people with a bunch of people. Okay, pescatarian gardener. She do be having them deals over there, Shamika. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Shared you. Thank you, Herman House. Yes, we are in a drought in Oklahoma. Oh, no, that is horrible. I went through that last season. Every time I think about that stupid rainbow, it ticks me off because, wow, that's just ridiculous. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. OMRI. Yeah, what do that stand for? I can't remember. Organic something. But it's the people that check the fertilizer and make sure it has organic properties. I do remember that. And the first word in there is organic. I just can't remember what they do. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Ooh, what you talking about, Mr. Bowtie Life? I am getting breakfast. Ooh, I ain't ate yet. I'm still sipping on my cappuccino. Miss J.K. Gardner, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time, and I got stuff all over the place. Speaking of insects, I have okay, my sprayer. This is my spray that I use every single time, and it's covered up because I make it and I store it and I use it. It's in a glass bottle because I just prefer everything that I deal with to be glass, because this was one of my goals. But anywho, the insect spray. Now, you need to test your insect sprays. And I always make, I'm not going to say you keep slipping out, but I always make my sprays that I'm going to spray my plants with either filtered water or distilled water. Using water out of the tap is just not a thing for me because I have very hard water, and it's I would have to pH it and all of the things because that's just what I do, but I don't want to do that. So anywho, here we are. I use filtered or distilled water when I'm spraying the leaves of my plants. And yes, I do my own distilled, so I don't worry about that either. But the formula that I use incorporates oil, soap, and matter of fact, I wrote it on. I brought the stuff that I use, and you can use whatever you choose. Now, don't. There are lighter, lesser percents or higher percents, but you would have to calculate that. To which I calculate everything that I use. And for a bottle this size, I use 2 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon. It depends on how big the infestation is. And in the mix of the, this is an instant flying insect killer. That's what this does. With isopropyl alcohol, and my oil of choice is tea tree oil. Okay, so people use different oils, like I said, neem, blase, canola, blase. You can use whatever you choose, but my concoction for and baby shampoo. I don't use dish liquid soap per se because there are different chemicals in dish soap that I don't want to introduce to my plants. And that's another thing. If you spray soap on your plants, I would say on that second or third day, you need to go back with simply water and rinse that soap off of your leaves, because of the fact that the leaves are suffocating. Just like that soap is supposed to suffocate the wings of the insect, it's also doing that to the leaf of the plant. Therefore, it needs to be rinsed off. Once you rinse it off, the plant should be able to defend itself. But if not, the insect will be back, and just treat it again with the same soapy water. And soapy water is insecticidal soap. Say what? Soapy water is insecticidal soap. So if you're spending $24 on a bottle of insecticidal soap that you can make on your own, guess what you should be making now? Your own insecticidal soap, because that's all it is. Scrolling in the chat, let me check the chat. Chloe K, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling in the chat. Farmer Chaz, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Ooh, am I missing people, y'all? Jackie Cooper, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. One Crafty Sister, thank you for scrolling through. Am I getting everybody? Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Urban Garden Chronicles, good morning. Did I speak to you already? I don't know. I appreciate your time. I'm just talking about stuff, waiting for the light to come out, and yay, it's out, y'all. So I can go outside now. Unless y'all want to talk about some more amendments that I was showing. Oh, the number 1 amendment. Now, this amendment, if you're going to use it, matter of fact, I'm just going, because it's in, I can't bring it out, but it's called insect frass, okay? And insect frass is frass of insects, which is insect poop, basically. I said dead insects for some reason, but insect frass is insect poop. And this is some powerful stuff because it not only enriches the soil, but it helps the plant to defend itself from future attacks against aphids and things that will suck onto the stems and things of the plants. Let me grab my apron because I'm about to go outside. But yeah, and insect frass carries more value than worm castings. Yeah. So I would advise you to research that. And yeah, I said it. It's been recorded, so I ain't got to say it again. Just rewind that back because it's true. Facts, as they say. And I'll be going outside in a few minutes. Give me a second. I want to take something, but I don't know what. So I'm just going to take myself and we're going to go out there and look around and see what I have done. And matter of fact, give me about 2 point. Oh man, I done covered up my mic, y'all. Hang on, there's a lot going on. Sorry about the noise, but I gotta redo my mic to the outside so I don't cover it up. And another 2.5 seconds so I can finish my cappuccino. I was trying to keep the heat in. And it's cool enough I can drink the whole thing down just like that. But anywho, let me check the chat for any fertilizer questions. Oh, dang it. Okay, I gotta scroll back because it jumped. Everybody is speaking. Thank you kindly. What? I've been looking for a simple insecticidal. Yes, Miss J.K. Gardner. That's all it is soap and water. And anything that you choose. I use a lot of, my number one essential oil is tea tree oil. So if it calls for oil, then that's probably what I'm going to use. Headed out to feed the animals. Be right back. Okay, Urban Garden Chronicles. Thank you for scrolling through. Insect grass is your number one. Do tell. Insect frass. Take the G off and replace it with an F. Frass. But yes, it is. And you can make it into tea. The same thing with the neem seed. This is why I don't understand why the neem oil is more popular than the neem seed meal, because once you make the neem seed meal into a tea, you can use it on the leaves as a foliar feed or in a soil drench. The same thing with the insectifrass or insect fresh. You can make it into a tea. You can use it on the leaves. You can use it as a soil drench. That's why I prefer a soil conditioner over a with granular fertilizer or something of that nature. Even though they do work. And when I get plants from the nursery, they will have a lot of those green balls, blue, pink, whatever color fertilizer they're using. But yeah, I try to remove those because a lot of those things have salts. Just like the brand that I was using, the Fox Farm, it's very high in salt, is the reason that I am changing, because I've noticed that on my grow bags outside, they were having this white buildup from the salt. And I'm like, I wonder what and it was from the fertilizer that I was using. So if your fertilizer is high in salt, you're probably damaging your plants, and your harvest are small and not very tasty. And that's all I'm going to say about salt, because that's what it does. Even though it enhances some things. And hang on one time, because I got to let down my tripod to get through this space. I was not prepared. But here we are, and I'm getting it done. I think I got it. Okay, I'm ready to go outside. Let me check for any more fertilizer questions before I hit the door. Oh, wow, thanks for sharing. Insect Frass. Yes, Miss J.K. Gardner. And it is very potent. It's a powder form, and you do not need a lot of it. But should I say, that's the word, implore you. I would recommend, or, yeah, research Insect Frass, because that's a very powerful soil amendment to add to your gardening arsenal. And I'm going outside. It rained last night, which is a good thing, because my pots was dry, very dry. Uh-oh. Hang on one time. I'm looking around. Matter of fact, I'm gonna set y'all down here until I grab this right quick and come back. Oh, it's still a little drippy out here too. Give me 1 second. I had to grab my sign and close my door. And I got a flower already. Oh, they're gonna run over the bike. Oh, he synced it. All right, let's start over here. I'm hoping I can get this together. There we go. So, let me check the chat right quick. Oh, I should have put on a sweater or something. I'm a little bit chilly out here. It's, okay, I can't read that. It is just as effective as a raid wasp spray and kills the wasp immediately. Do this sparingly. Both wasps and bees are super beneficial. Yes, they are both beneficial to the garden. Scrolling in the chat. Okay, so this over here, I brought my plants down and uncovered a lot, and I think I uncovered a couple of plants too soon, like this fig right here. This is one of my figs, or two of them actually, in one pot. This is the Celeste and the Violette. And I took 2 cuttings and brought them in because I wasn't sure if they were going to come back from this winter. And when I uncovered it, the tips were green. Now they're brown, looking from this weather change. And I'm trying to scratch it. It's a little mushy and I can't even break the skin. Oh, it's green. It's green. So I got some green on the scene, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna top it up. This is why I needed a lot of compost this season, because a lot of my pots soil has gone down and I want to bring it up back to the level that they were. This is my white currants, and I just covered them up because I don't want these seeds to fall out of the trees. There are a bunch of seeds that twirl out of the trees. I think they call them whirly birds or something like that. but my currants have currants on them also, so I'm waiting on them because they are good. And this is my yostaberry. It has leafed out all the way, and my peppermint has not come back. Like, what? I don't even understand why that has not come back yet. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Of course, anytime. I use the frass along with bud charge? It is compatible with other fertilizers. Yes. How I feed my plants is when I'm ready to water will determine what they get. So all plants are not going to require, and frass is used at different intervals. I only use it out here once a month, and indoors if I have a problem like I had with the fungus gnat issue, I'll use it, and probably every week until I see the issue is resolved. And once the issue is resolved, then I'll stop, and I'll start with my mosquito bits tea every couple of days, because once you have an infestation, there is a life cycle that will continue underneath the soil that you see. And I don't particularly care for soil drenches, because that would bring about root rot because of the fact you're constantly dumping water into the soil. Whereas what I do is I treat the first couple of top inches of the soil. That's why I use a misting bottle, and I spray the top area, and then I let it dry out and come back, versus doing, because the larvae is only going to live so high. And if they should happen to go down below the roots, they're going to have to work their way back up eventually. And by that time, they're going to succumb to whatever is in between them getting to the surface. And a lot of the soil amendments that I use are systemics, meaning they don't want to thrive, so they will not leave the pot. Even though you see some have hatched, because they're, like I said, there's a life cycle. So there will be some missed and some will hatch. And this is where pest management comes into play. Over here, it's just a bunch of pots. I had broccoli in here. It looked like it's some, well, it's too early to say if that's garlic or not, but I'm sure these are onions and garlic over here. That's garlic. But these are my raspberries. They have been struggling for the past 3 seasons. My Arctic raspberries, I have Sophia and Beta, and I'm not sure if it's just 1 or 2, because I've been having to back and forth and change the pots. So yeah, I'm gonna have to change that pot again. This is my hibiscus experiment, to where I was cross-pollinating hibiscus and trying to get them hardy. The seeds that I cross-pollinated, these have germinated. I have brought them outside and topped them off so I can get them to bush out. And I put a couple of more seeds into the pot so I can try and get some more hibiscus to pop out of here. This should be garlic chives again. I put a lot of garlic chives out here along with my tree onions, because it's time to redo my tree onions out here. This is my AC pomegranate. It has not leafed out. I kind of see leaf buds, but it looks like it's dried up, to which I am not concerned because I propagated it. Yes, I did, before the winter time, so last fall. I have the cuttings indoors, and I'm just going to replace this if I don't see any leaf production by May. I'll bring out my cuttings. This is my flower tower that I loaded with bulbs and rhizomes, and I am getting a little action popping out here. Little action popping out here. And I don't know what those are. Got some more action popping out here. But yeah, I loaded this plant stand up with bulbs, muscari, daffodils. I can't remember if I had tulips or not. I think I was looking for tulips, but yeah, a bunch of bulbs in there. And I did not remove any, and I did not save any. So hopefully I get more. And I think I put my lilies in here, a couple, because I had some extra lilies in here also. And my struggling grapevine that I've been struggling with season after season after season. If she do not leaf out come April, I will be getting a new grapevine, because this is ridiculous. I'm not going to keep going through this. I had grapes on her. I had her almost 6 years, and I got 2 grapes. Yeah, because I had to keep moving and things kept happening, so she kept going through a thing. And I'm sorry, but I just can't keep going through the same thing because I had fruit. And I'm gonna get another one because I don't got that type of time to do. And I've been babying it, trying to take care of it. Ooh, I almost fell, Lord. Trying to take care of it, and yeah, enough is enough already. This is where I had my flowers that I broadcasted, and they did not do well, so I was going to put a flower pot with flowers down here, and it looked like it's some sunflowers coming up. So it'll probably be some sunflowers, or maybe them flowers that didn't come up this year. These is the onions that I put down last season. They still here and they coming back. Another onion and another onion. I just put them on the edge. They're doing nothing, so I will probably pull those up this season. I planted some new flowers in here. I don't know if those bulbs are coming back because I think I had some lilies maybe, but I put some impatient seeds in here. Go up to the top and check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Growing what I eat. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Kanisha Glover. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Okay, I just ordered some from Amazon. Oh, okay, Pescatarian. Thank you. Make sure you research. Don't just take my word for it. But I do use these products, so if you have any questions, you can also contact me and I can guide you in the right direction with using them. I forgot what, oh, this is my lily pot. I had some extra bulbs that I put in here, and it came with, I'm hoping this is wood chips or sawdust or something. So I laid it on the top of there. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in these 2 pots yet. I just got them out here and covered up and ready to grow. But this square pot is going to be where I'm going to have my watermelon tower. So I'm going to grow my watermelons in that tower. This is my kiwi berry from last season. It is leafed out again. You whoop-de-wah. And this is the other one, kiwi berry, that I was going to dig out and get rid of. It is fully, yeah, all the way. So I'm going to leave it. It seems to be okay growing in here with this. This is the main kiwi berry vine right here. It fell down last season and wrapped around itself. Yeah, and now it's back. So I'm cool with it. This is my rosemary that I brought out early. It seems to be okay. And I'm hoping that it makes it because I want to try to overwinter this rosemary. That's nothing. It was a pepper plant that I tried to overwinter. It failed because it didn't work. There's nothing green or anything going on with this pepper. This tree collars, my purple tree collars. Now, I know I uncovered these too early because they were doing good from last season. They had green, it was growing more leaves on the top. Then it got cold again. I said, well, it's gonna be okay because they collard greens. No, they wasn't. So no more tree collars, but I put some more seeds in here and the seeds are up. So I'm gonna have to wait for these purple tree collars to get big enough to even harvest off of those. This is my strawberry tower, to which I have a couple of things growing on in here. One of my strawberries is burying somewhere. I got a couple of herbs in here that have not shown yet. And this one is burying already. Okay, hang on, because I got to be able to move. Well, I'll start over here on this side. That way I ain't got to. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat. GMama, have you trimmed your grapevines since you've had them? My grape seems to not like pampering much. I have trimmed my grapevines, but the way that the weather has been wet and off and on dry, I think it damaged, because I noticed last season while it was covered up, a lot of my vines were mushy. So this is why I'm thinking it's not coming back. But yes, I have trimmed my grapevine plenty of times back to the root stock, but I don't think I want to do that with my next one. I'm just going to let it grow wild and train it up the trellis. Yeah, versus all that pampering. So I'm going to make sure that I get a cold hardy grapevine this time. This is my, what is you girl over here flowering already? Echinacea. And I put some more seeds in the pot. Yeah. This is my yarrow that comes back every season. And I put some seeds up in here and I don't see anything. So I don't know if anything is going to come out of there. But this is my yarrow, echinacea. Who is you girl? Broke jujube, child. She ain't leafed out. I don't think she coming back. I can use this pot for something else. This was the cocoa jujube. Because I don't think she coming back. But that's okay. I got plenty of other fruits out here. This is my plum tree. It has been grafted a couple of times and I have taken cuttings And the cuttings that I took are budding. I did nothing fancy. It was getting cold and I wanted to cover up my plum tree. So what I did was cut the top off of the branches and I stuck them in the soil because it was cold out here when I did it. It had no leaves, nothing. It was just the fact that it was too tall, and I was like, well, I don't want to just chop them up and throw them in another pot. Let me stick them into the pot and see what happens. And both of them now have leaves. I thought I got, excuse me, I thought I got rid of these hostas. Apparently, they don't want to be getting rid of. Yeah, I think that might be an onion over there. But I thought I dug those up because I wanted to put something else in here. So I got rid of all of the roots that I could that was not of my plum tree. Didn't do a good job. But anywho, I don't know what that is. Girl, is this buckwheat? How? This is my asparagus tower. It's a vertical three pot tower. The top and the bottom, I have asparaguses. I'm thinking I wanted to say only, and I would probably have to resow some seeds because I really don't know how. Oh yes, I do. It was in there in the pot from last season. I just dumped the pots into these pots. I didn't sift through the pots of the soil or anything because I knew I had asparaguses in there. Up here I started all new seeds. These are going to be edible flowers for me, tea, salads, and anything else I should want to do with edible flowers. This is a weed pot. Yeah, weeds. Daffodils, Lord have mercy. Dandelions, plantain, thyme, onions. I'm gonna get rid of those because those don't look, don't like how they looking. I think they done. I'm gonna put some more tree onions in here because, yeah, didn't like how that was looking. Let me check that chat again. Y'all, I fell back to sleep. That's easy to do when you're tired. Hermit House, your body will let you know. Girl, I'm tired, and your eyes will be closed and you'll be asleep before you know it. Rosemary can take low temps. Well, mine does. Let me rephrase. Okay, the analytic gardener. Yeah, because I had a big bush out here and I guess I didn't move it in time before it started getting cold. This season I'm gonna try to do better. This is my black cohosh coming black with a vengeance. And what had happened was last season I said I was getting rid of it. I wasn't going to wait for it. I was going to go ahead and use the roots already for medicinal purposes. But I did not because it did not flower. So hopefully it'll flower this season. And if it doesn't, I need that pot. So it's taking up some real estate that I need to use. This is my bee balm pot, and it looked like I'm gonna have all the bee balms this season, and I'm gonna try to control this because last season I had powdery mildew really bad. So yeah, hopefully with my upgrade or updated soil amendments, this will prevent my plants from catching these plant diseases and whatnot. And I just cannot wait to start harvesting my bee balm, because if bee balm gets powdery mildew, you cannot use those leaves, and I did not feel like going through that, so I just chopped it all back cut it all down, and I prayed, and here we are. Or should I say, here we grow. They are growing back. So yeah, and this is all type of bee balm. This is the lemon, I think, in the front. Then I got red and white. Well, I'm gonna stop lying because I don't know who came back, but I know who all is in there. So it's a bunch of different varieties and colors. And the reason I can tell the lemon bee balm is because the lemon bee balm leaves are always smaller than the other bee balm leaves. But it could just be because it's in my pot also. But they are usually, well, I ain't gonna say smaller, I'm gonna say shorter. Yeah, well, short, different. How about that? They different. Ain't gonna. These are nothing but trash pots, if you will. What's growing on in my trash pots is a mystery because when I'm out here working on my plants, I throw plant material into the pots. Some of them have seeds, like this one. Ooh, I wonder if I can pick it up. Ooh, look at that whole thing. Seed head. That is, girl, let me think what it is. That is sea holly. Yeah, my girl, where is it at? Hold on, y'all, because I'm excited. I got a bunch of sea holly seedlings. Oh, here it go, over here. Oh, no. So, dang, this is my sea holly pot right here. It's a blue hobbit. And that's amazing because I never could remember the name of that plant. I always called it a blue hobbit, but it's a sea holly. But anywho, here is the reminiscence of where it was growing. And it was green like a couple days ago. So, yikes. I don't know how that happened. They come back from the roots because it came back. It was out and I brought it out here, I think, too early. I uncovered it too early, as well as my little rose bush. Look like it's done disintegrated also. But sea holly. Yay! I got seeds. Y'all, they done came up within the seed, the flower head. That is simply amazing, and I'm happy to see those. Woo. Okay, so let me get off of that plant and moving right along over here. Another travesty as to what had happened of me uncovering my plants too early. I don't know how. Well, yes, I do. I just said it. I came out here too early because I was excited. It was getting warm. This is my lavender that I had growing indoors, and I put more seeds in there, so maybe they'll show. And I am really hoping this comes back because I have had a time. This is my sage, but like I said, I still got another month and a half, or April, before I can come out here. At least April. I'm not coming out here and planting anything until May. Well, I lied because I planted up my green stalk. This is my pink lemonade blueberry that has been struggling ever since we got here too. I'm gonna come by and clean this one up. This is the only one I haven't cleaned up either. And I'm gonna take off the no buds or flowers. I did not propagate my dwarf pomegranate, but it's toast. Yes, it is. It even fruited last season. But because of how cold it got real fast, I didn't get a chance to propagate it or get any fruit off of it. This is my green stalk. I have it packed up. Oh Lord, I don't want to do it like that, do I? I don't. Hang on, y'all, because that sure will be ugly if I tip that over. I just went through that. Put that doggone easy cube. Okay, hang on one time, because I done ran into something over here. I need to take care of this right quick, before I move that out of the way. Okay. Woo! Okay, so what's going on? I guess I can lift up the cover too, because can't see nothing, and then it's all muddy. And everything in here is from seed, so if it don't work out, I'll reseed it. And here we grow. Let me put this up here so I can get it out of the way. And oh, we already into an hour. Good, because I'm about to be done after this. Okay, so my green stalk. I still have one more level to add, but I ran out of soil, so I'm waiting until I go get some more soil before I put my next level up. This one is not planted, and this one is not planted yet. This is where I'm going to be growing my sweet potatoes, and I had to label them because I didn't want to plant in pockets that I know I'm going to be planting in. So I got cabbages and lettuces that I germinated indoors and brought them out here. More cabbages and things in here. That is chamomile. Maybe some greens. These are my all blue potatoes. Choice some greens. And hang on, because I got some more stuff on here. The bottom two are totally planted out. And this one has been falling in for some reason. These are more greens down here. I got corn. Potatoes. Those look like my Clancy's. They made it. Yes. Woo. I brought this stuff out here mad early, y'all. This is like 30 days before my last frost date. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing back on here. There we go. Yeah, this is like 30 days before my last frost date. And I got more strawberries. These are going in my other tower. I just got them sitting up here because they were extras. I got more corn. And I'm going to have to plant some more garlic because those are done. They even white as snow. But I got enough that I can resow this whole tower should it need to be. Down there is my stinging nettle. This is my kale pot where I'm probably going to put more kale because during the winter an icicle fell and yeah, tore them up. I think they would have survived. That's my pawpaw. I don't see anything going on with that yet. My rue. I babied that for a long time. I don't know if that's coming back yet. This was my experimental alfalfa pot, and this alfalfa will grow. Yes, it will. This is old wood because I chopped back the whole thing all the way and just left it. Didn't cover it or anything all winter long. And it came back like a soldier. That is cousin Yasberry back there, which is my Yasberry Solo, which is a hascap berry. Down there, I started some beets and I want to say turnips, but it could be radishes, maybe. I have to get back there and see. This is my jelly bean blueberry plant. And I don't know, but I'm thinking this production is getting lower as the seasons progress because this is one of my oldest blueberry plants. And last season, I hardly got any blueberries. And this season, I'm getting less than I got last season. So it looks like it's going down versus growing more. So after this season, I'm going to see. And maybe I'll be looking for another blueberry. I'm not sure. I got to bag out of this area so I can move this green stalk out of the way. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move you out the way so I can have some room. Okay, moving on in. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Scrolling in the chat. Peace in my garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Yarrow is the second slowest to germinate. It is slow. Asparagus. I'm going to plant me some more asparagus seeds. I might come back and do that after this live. I did asparagus. Gotta run. Thank you so much for your time, Pescatarian Gardener. Yes, maybe bee balm in ground. I guess it every time. Yes, I love me some bee balm, and I am so excited this season because last season I hardly got any. I got it in the beginning because I was harvesting and pruning at the same time. Then it kept on raining and I got powdery mildew, and oh my gosh, I was upset. But anywho, hydrangeas. This is a new plant. Yes, it is. This is, I have my other hydrangeas in Michigan, and they're a whole different breed. This is a new hybrid, and it's called, oh Lord, High River hydrangeas. And I took and put them into a pot, and I dug a hole into this pot, and I put them into the pot inside of a pot. And the reason I did this is because this is moneywort right here, this green, and it grows on everything. It loves the water. It's like a water plant almost, or it probably is. I don't know. I just like it because I think it's pretty. Anywho, it chokes out everything that I put in the pot with it, because this is how strong this little moneywort plant is. So once I up-potted my hydrangea here into another pot, I put it into the pot, or cut a hole into the soil and put it into, because I think it's going to be pretty, because the moneywort will drape out over the pot. Excuse me, the pot also. And wow, I'm dry again. But yeah, so new plant, high high river hydrangeas. Yeah, and I'm liking it already. Yes, I am. This is my Vago Easy Cube, and I plan on growing a lot of beans in here, or should I say, I had planned on it. I did put a couple of more bean plants or seeds in here because I don't know if anybody heard me tell the story yet, but my whole planter, yeah, this Vigo, it blew off of the porch because I had it over here on this side where the steps are. Windstorm came through, and I'm guessing it took it up like Mary Poppins, and it landed on its side. All my soil and everything was out there, and I had just put my seeds in, so yeah, I had to put new seeds in here and reseed my raised bed. And I see seedlings are popping up. I'm hoping I got some beans coming out because that's what this is all about. I want more beans. And I want to say that's probably a cabbage because those leaves, those next leaves looking kind of funny. The, what was that, girl? This was oregano that I started indoors and brought it outside too soon. And yeah, it's going to see the king. So I have to start some more oregano seeds. Which is okay because I got plenty of seeds. Down here is a beef and onion tree, and it appears to be waking up with some new growth down there because it has new growth from the base, and I don't know what else is going on in there. I'll figure it out. This is my apple tree. I'm looking for my perennials, and so far all I see is the garlic chives, but I think I got comfrey and maybe onions in here. And is that a radish seed? Okay, well, it's something. But my apple tree is waking up. I pruned it hard and heavy last season because I wanted to make sure I could protect it, to which I did, and I got a bunch of new growth from that hard pruning that I did. And I'm not going to prune it again from the top. I'm going to keep everything that I prune on the bottom, meaning I will only root prune my apple tree from now on, because the last time I pruned this tree, I think she had to be almost 9 feet. I'm sure of it because I was on my stepping stool and I was still reaching up to do that. And I think I've gone over everything, y'all. And I know y'all got things to do. And time keeps on ticking, cause haunted. Wow, yeah. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat. Yes, maybe bee-balm. Oh, I think I seen that. Powdery mildew. Yeah, bee-balm. I don't know why it always get powdery mildew so fast. I'm thinking because of the moisture in the air. But if it does get powdery mildew, those leaves, or should I say, I will not use leaves that have a disease. Powdery mildew, downy mildew. I don't care who gonna do it on it. I'm not gonna do those leaves. Take care, reminiscing. Hello. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hey, sis, growing with Hussin'. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am just scrolling in the chat, y'all. Every side of my garden house. I done missed that one. I hope I ain't missing those. That's interesting. My hydrangeas always die. Oh, yikes. Hydrangeas are acid loving plants like fruit trees. So they require feeding like a fruit tree. They're always hungry. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Did it taste like a beef and onions? Oh my God, sis. This tree is so strong. It had my breath stinking all day long. Yes, it did taste like onions more than the beef. The beef was you could tell it was some type of meat flavor or aroma, if you will. But yeah, it's a very strong plant or tree. I got that tree as a sapling from Teagsy. Enjoys gardening and life. Good morning, Kenneth Wilkinson. Thank you for scrolling through. Salon Diva VHG. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Nice touring. Thank you. I appreciate your time. I'm about to cover my stuff back up, my green stock back up, close my Fago up, and I am done, y'all. I'm just scrolling in the chat. The Educated Natural. Did that come out right? The Educated Natural. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I need some tea. That cappuccino ain't for me in the mornings, I see. But okay, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all up. I've been out here for a while. And I just had to do a little something because today was my day and I didn't want to miss it. I ain't really had too much planned. I wanted to talk about the fertilizer. So y'all know how to get in contact with me if y'all got questions about soil fertility, because that's what, soil is all about, fertility, in order to get your plants to growing. Let me scroll in the chat one more good time. Looks marvelous. Thank you, Miss Alice. Don't hurt the harvest. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. When you finish packing, come help me. I know that's right. Wait, Tia, you moving too? Wow. Everything looks good. Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, I ain't gonna be out here today. I'm a little chilly because it's a little cold today. Let me see what the child. I done broke a lot of stuff. I done broke my hygrometer. The tip of it done came off. It looks like it's about 62 degrees right now, but I ain't tripping. I'm gonna get another one of them too. But anywho, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Time keep on ticking and I'm still talking. Peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. And I need something to drink. Have a productive day on purpose.